Revelation, Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw the thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which have not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yamashiach 1,000 years. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKakodash, the Wadi Ba'ashem Yahushua, for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Akim, pushing the word of sincerity and in truth, and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the Alpha Egypt is the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles in the soils of America, simultaneously the church of the Lord, the hopeful like into the chambers, simultaneously the church of the Lord shooting laser beams, the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. Hey, I'll brought this out of the Lord to the course of this video. Just a vessel seeking salvation out of this filthy place, spiritually known as Solomon, Gomorrah, Egypt, Babylon, and all the filthy customs they have taken upon. Right now the time is 1:17 a.m. in the morning. Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, the hopeful year about deliverance and destruction and judgment on our Joshua. I woke up, I had a crazy dream, but I can't remember it. A lot of other things just popped on my table, right onto my plate, and just running around in my mind, trying to, scrambling in my brain, trying to get all these thoughts together. So I decided to ask. Actually, I was watching Pastor Hard's video, and the guy who had the dream, there was a gentleman that had a dream, and the name of the Pastor Hard's video was Dream. Some of us will be beheaded if we refuse to take to see him. Okay. So these are the things that's going to occur based upon prophecy, based upon what does say the scriptures, does say the Lord. These are things that's going to happen. So if we follow suit of Yahweh Shah and not take these just take this mark, not follow this image, and stay focused, we will even if we do get beheaded, we're gonna have eternal life. So I asked my phone here. I was let me see something here. So this is what I put in my phone. Salakia. Because you ask Chat GBT, it's so much stuff going on in my brain. I'm just trying to narrow it down. Because I remember years ago I was watching what was it, Terminator? A few movies, man. Like now it's like it's so accurate. Like what's happening. It's cleared up, right? But it's so much stuff on the table that you gotta be able to sort it out still, because they still trying to cover up things. But by bringing out ChatGPT, it really narrowed down a lot of things. because you may not be able to get to the information fast, but by them technology, knowledge increase, and having chat GPT is has helped out a lot. Because I asked on my tablet, what what verses deals with the mark of, what's the question I asked? I asked it on my phone and I asked it in my tablet. So bear with me. Let me see if it didn't go away. I asked Bible verses dealing with the mark of the beast. That's what I asked. So it gave me Revelation chapter 13, 16 to 18, Revelation chapter 14, 9 to 11, Revelation chapter 16, verse 2, and Revelation chapter 19, verse 20, and Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And that's the first one I read, which was the last one, which this is where it started at. This is where these verses that they came up with. So, and I read this one, right? Let's see where else at. And I read this one because this is what we have to do. We have to follow the Lamb. He is the light. Yahweh Shah is the Lamb. And, oh, wait, what it says? Okay, hold on. It says, I'm gonna let Chat GBT say this real fast. It's just gonna be a little paragraph. So this is, bear with me. This is what Chat GBT said. And this on my phone. I did it on my tablet. I did it on my phone first, and I did it on my tablet. So let's see.
That depends on what you mean by the mark. If you're talking about the mark of the beast from the Bible, Revelation chapter 13, it says those who refuse the mark won't be able to buy or sell, meaning they'd be cut off from the economic system. The passage also suggests they may face persecution or even death for not accepting it. But from a faith perspective, those who refuse the mark are seen as remaining loyal to God. And Revelation later describes them as receiving eternal life instead of judgment.
Okay, that was the point. The other one was just goes a little. You can say I can really let you hear that one too, but that was the part I wanted to hear because it says the passage also suggests they may face persecution. Let's start from the top because you let you heard GPT said it. This was GPT gave me, so I didn't like type it up or anything. I just asked GPT. Right, I asked GPT. It said, "What did I ask? Where was it?" Actually, I copied it here to here. Let's hold on 1 second. I go back to this GPT thing. So I asked GPT, right? What happened if you don't take the mark? That's what I asked GPT. So he said, like what you heard, it says, if you talking about the mark of the beast, right? From the biblical Revelation chapter 13, it says those who refuse the mark won't be able to buy or sell, meaning they be cut off from the economic system. Okay, cut off from the economic system. Now we know we sing it to the choir, and we also know we've been a broken record to the society, hearing the same verse over and over again. But repetition is the key to learning, if I said that right. Or being aware too, because you can't say we wasn't warning you. You can't say these things have been brought to the forefront, because I'm a witness to this. I've seen these things. I heard these things over and over again. No, we all probably said the demons all in our mind probably say, "Oh, I heard this again," but it's accurate that if you don't take this mark, you're gonna be cut off from the economic system. off the grid. And I was thinking, I do believe it was I can't remember what chapter it was, Maccabees, where when they didn't want to follow the system, some fled into the woods, right? I wish I could remember that chapter. I know it was Maccabees, Second Maccabees. I ain't read that in a while. See, all these things has happened before. It's no new thing under the sun. I do believe it was Antiochus that he made a decree that everyone would hold on one second. Hey, Salakia. It was actually Maccabees chapter 1. First Maccabees chapter 1. Because there's no new thing under the sun. Okay, just got a little point here. I just wanted to read. I was just like, I didn't read this in a while, but it just came to mind. Same thing with the system today. They did back then. They forced us to follow their traditions, and they took away our tradition. This is what's gradually happening now. So by anyone who's takes this mark, all right, which is the charagma, and who follows the image, which is the system, all right, will be put to death by brimstones. Okay, but whoever refused this will get eternal life. So this is what's happening right now. This is the moment where all these things that's been leading up to this final stage of gaining eternal life. See, we've been going through these for decades, centuries, and there's no new thing under the sun. So, and the scriptures is written for our learning. Okay, real fast. Sometimes I gotta work fast, get the verses so I won't forget them. All right. Written for our learning, Bible verses, King James Version. Okay, all right. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And we want comfort in these scriptures. In these scriptures we get comfort, right? That we hope that we make it out of here. So this is something that this verse right here is just the one word. I was thinking about the same word, and it was the precept. It was the spirit of Yahweh gave this to me. So I want to read just a little bit of this. It says on First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days, all right, you can get the logistics of this chapter, but look what it says right here. Start right here. Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuade many, saying, let us go up and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about us. And people do it. We do. Our Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans do this now. This is how you know that this is about a Pacific people. We are not supposed to be amongst these other people following their traditions. There's the heathens of nations. There's something going on, right? It says, in those days went out of Israel wicked men. This is wicked. This is a wicked act they've got to do. All right? Who persuade many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about us. They was going to other nations like, they're round about us means, this happened in the time of Adam. When Eve went off and Adam they went amongst the trees. That's another way of saying heathens. Okay, so these things are not new. The scriptures are for our learning. Right? So let us go up and make a covenant with the heathens that are around about us. For since we departed from them, we have much sorrow. Yeah, they had left the grid. They didn't have anything. Everybody that received something, whoever received that mark, that seed at that moment, right, which was following the ways of Antiochus, I do believe that's his name. Okay, yeah, Antiochus the king. Yep, you can read about that. You can go up a verse or two and see that. And the same thing is happening now. All right, the the modern Greek, the modern Romans, the Egyptians, the modern day people that run the society now is the same one that ran back in the time of Rome and Greek. They didn't. They came out the Renaissance, the rebirth of this nation. Now they're back in power, and this is the end of their leg, the end of their rulership. But this is where is the all these things is going to occur at a fast rate, and it's going to be intense because no what's about to happen. There's nothing like this that ever happened on Earth since the day. Okay, we'll get that verse too. It never been like this before. What's about to happen? It's never been like this. So we experiencing something beyond that we never experienced on earth. It tells you in the scriptures. The scriptures is for our learning. That we have hope and patience that we could survive this. All right. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. This happened. What I'm reading right now is the same trouble that's happening then, but it's not going to be as intense as the one that we about to experience. Okay, such as never was since there was a nation. It's never been like what's about to happen. It never happened. Like it's just going to be intense. Like when I'm reading the Maccabees, right? The wicked man went out to go after their own people and to get us to persuade us to follow the other heathens. The modern day the heathen that run the main nation of heathen that run the earth is Esau, the so-called white man. They gonna have there's people out here right now like we can name names, Jay-Z, Puffy, Oprah, Tyler Perry. They all gonna be coming. Yo, we should do this. We should follow them. Those gonna be those wicked men. Those have to be the same ones that was back then. We can name more. Denzel. We can name all the people that's our people that's up in this system. You know, that's like spokesmen for Ashashu and them because we can see them. They the celebrities. They the mayors. They the governors of these certain parts of these regions in America. We can see them. For if we are spiritually aware and if physically we see them according to the spirit, how this thing is being played out here, right? So we know through the scriptures is not lying. The scriptures ain't lied to us, all right? It says Romans chapter 15 verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime, the scriptures, Maccabees were written aforetime. Okay, we didn't even get to the nitty gritty. I had the spirit. I thought it was Maccabees 2, but it was one. And my old Apocrypha, which is it didn't even got the book cover, got a highlight. I went through this years ago, and I saw this in real time playing out. Like I saw this in my brain. Like you know, you have to go. You got to go over and over and over again, but you end up getting distracted, like having to deal with the world, going to work and doing this. Everything is more of a distraction. This is why you have to get your legion on, you know. And but you always it's always a different topic. The spirit always feeds you the topic what Yahweh Shemel Shai want to come out. But right now, what's been so intense, what's been intensified or magnified is the see hip, because knowledge increased, technology has increased, and they have to figure out a way how to push this this control, this digital. They have to figure out how to push this digital ore. Okay, now digital ore is something they put on you. In this case, they're gonna put inside you, and we're about to see this in real time. And the only way we're gonna get out of here is by following the Lamb. Okay, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Maccabees was written for our learning, and this is very spiritual because I tell you, my apocrypha, it got a lot of stuff highlighted, and I was trying to figure out what I thought it was Maccabees 2, but it's Maccabees 1 because this is where it starts at. This is where the go down goes at. Back in this time, time is telling you what's going to happen now, right? And then it says Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. Salakia, I'm back and forth, but I'm just trying to put it over. So I want you to be able to see this. You got, if you read the book of Maccabees, chapter 1, if you read this chapter, I got it highlighted because I went over this tons of time. Like, man, look what's happening, and you can see this right here for what it's really worth, man. Right? If you read from Maccabees chapter 1 verse 9 down to 13, you can read all this whole chapter. It tells you about what our people have done to us. The 2/3 ran down on was persuading our people, man. And when I look at the military, the cops, and all that, I see mostly our people. That's the centurions, right? They were calling back then police today. There's a lot of us that's in the forefront. That works for our Joshua. That's in the government office. They don't want to give up their life. They gonna really try to help push this system. That's what's happening right now. Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant, make a contract with these people, with these other heathens. Okay? With the heathens that are around about us. They're around about us now, bro. Yo, we can name the tribes. Salakia. I want to name the tribes real fast. Look. It says Judah. Right? It says Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. That's 12 different tribes that right now who are bulked up in the soils of America. Okay, we are right here, man. That's why we always come here. Everybody want to come. This is the land of the free, right? The home of the brave, right? Everybody's coming here. It's clear, bro. I got Issachar here. I got Ephraim over here. Simeon here. I was in the city. I see we all down in downtown. I mean Manhattan. We all bulked up right there. Going to the stores. And you know who's running the stores? The ones that's licking our wounds. The other heathens. This is the time where I used to always, it's so much running through my mind right now. I had a vision years ago when I was younger, like right before I came into the truth, about 7-Elevens being ran by, they call them East Indians, right? They had all the stores. I seen this thing, man. I seen it before this happened. I was always saying that, and then you got the 7-Elevens. Who's up in those stores? Elam. Who's the most traffic ticket givers? Elam. East Indians, all through it, Africans, all everywhere. Hamites, should I say. And there's levels to this. They are all around. The heathens are all around us. And our people, who our celebrities, such things, NBA players, football players. What's this guy? Deion Sanders. Yeah, take the juice. And whoever um um took the mark, whoever took the thing, the sea hips, they got sick. They got sick. They didn't follow the lamb. And this is this the work is plenty, the labor is few. How'd that go? The laborers are few. Bible verses, King James Version. And which is true. The laborers are few. Matthew chapter 9, verse 37. Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest is truly plenteous, but the laborers are few. It's only a few men that's following Yahweh Shemel Shah. It's the labor, the harvest is heavy out here, man. It's a lot of us, bro. That this soil needs to be broken up and these seeds need to be planted. But the laborers are few, man. And we don't, numbers are going to diminish even more because it's only for a remnant. It's going to be real dramatic what's about to occur. You think you got problems now. Watch when all hell is breaking loose. You're going to really be pushed to the corner. And the only thing that's going to be able to hold you together is the hope in Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know, I'm looking at this and for what it's worth, right before my eyes in real time, man. Like, I never saw something that's been gradually intensifying, magnifying right before me. And Duwadi Abashimel Shah for having these things open to my ears and my eyes. Because this right here, my apocrypha, I have bought a new apocrypha. But now, this was something I went over tons of times back then. You know, trying to get my vocabulary up, reading this, mispronouncing the words. But this right here is highlighted for me for now. It made the spirit of Abashimel Shah has Duwadi Abashimel Shah for guiding me, putting me with the right men. All right. I'm trying to read this here, but other verses keep jumping out at me. All right, so let me try to read this right here. So it says, "Let us go." First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11, halfway through the verse. "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow." And when we depart again, we're going to have sorrow again. We're going to be out in the woods, we'll be off the grid, out the economic system, right? That's what it said. Let's see something real fast. We're going to be off the grid, right? It says, you taking, if you're talking about the mark of the beast, right, which is the charagma, from the Bible, Revelation chapter 13, it says those who refuse the mark won't be able to buy or sell, meaning they be cut off from the economic system, from the image. You're going to be cut off from the image. And that's what happened right here. This what happened. They said they departed from them which had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then and they had kids. You can imagine they're gonna have no kids. They're gonna have children with them. They're gonna be starving. Everyone's gonna be hungry. People ain't gonna want to eat no beetles and grasshoppers. They ain't gonna want to learn the wilderness. This about to get crazy out here. And there's no wilderness out here, right? It's nothing but concrete. Where you gonna go? The individual had a dream that they was running. People was running through the buildings. Ain't no trees to run. Ain't no wilderness. Ain't no caves out here. It's where I'm at. It's a little woods way up that way. But those people got land out here. Esau, God, they done cornered the market. We cornered everywhere, man. As we don't know how to deal with the being off the grid, being off the economic system. We don't know. I don't know. I don't tell you the truth. I don't know how to be out in the woods. You know. I know.